Owo is here with us, but my colleagues are also here. Abulo Semwagu, Shola Jaisimi, and Teve Tiaf. Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Amechi, good morning, my colleagues, and good morning, dear listener. Welcome our guest. Disturbing video from the Southeast Amechi about the trading of, the marketing of processes to collect your PVC. I shared the video with you yesterday, and the lady claimed to be an ANEC official who was demanding 1,000 naira to ensure that you get your PVC. This is a damning report. This must be investigated, and this must be checked. Is she really an ANEC official? If she's an ANEC official, she should be persecuted. And we should see it full glare that she is being persecuted, because this is what we kept saying. I have first-hand information about my experience. When up till now, I've not collected my PVC, because I decided not to go through the VIP route. I want to go and see what the ordinary Nigerians are going through. And I have video recording of how I saw boys writing names of persons that was to come in unsuspecting Nigerians as to come in. That was diverted to a corner. Yes, good. And they take you to a corner and they write your name, unknown to you. After a while, they'll be calling other people's name. You are still waiting. When you approach them, they'll ask you to drop something before they allow you access into where you can get your PVC. This is condemnable, and this is not what we should be hearing at this time. It's barely how many days to the second extension. Today is 31st.
31st.
So we have a few days to the end of the second extension. I think INEC should look into this matter, and if their staff are fingered in this, they should be persecuted.
Well, we have put it before INEC, and they said they will investigate, and they have even dealt with some persons. But what happened, that video is an indication that it's happening across board. Like you said, we'll wait to see what becomes of those persons. But one positive I take away from it is that Nigerians are now paying to be part of the electoral process. In the past, you pay people to come and vote. You give them money to go and register, transport fare. But now, perhaps they have seen the need to be part of the process. The presidential candidates were busy yesterday. Atiku Abubakar rallied in Zamfara State. Bola Tinubu was in Benin, Edo State.
Uyo.
Yes. Was in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State yesterday. And P2B, Drew in Calabar today. P2B met with European Union election observer missions in Abuja. Of course, the EU always sending a high-powered delegation.
That was after his campaign in Jigawa. P2B was in Jigawa.
Same yesterday. Tevetia.
Yeah, Amechi, good morning to you, good morning, listener. Abulu, please, you can go and collect your PVC. The reports we have are that, the centers are almost empty now, that it has moved to the local government. So I'm sure if you go, you will pick it up. And INEC this morning on one of the national television, the National Commissioner for Information said the lady in that video is not a staff of INEC, that they've done their investigation, and that they've also recalled all their staff in that local government to the state headquarters.
But was she not in possession of some PVC?
That's the issue. That's why they recalled all their staff in that local government to the state head office to investigate, to see how she got hold of a non-staff, got hold of the PVCs to go and start marketing or distributing, as it were. So I think INEC is progressing in the right direction, and we hope that those staff who handed over those cards to that lady will be identified and actually, dealt with moving forward. Everything must be done to protect the integrity of this election. Nobody should have any doubt, give any room for anybody to have any doubt as to, the sanctity of the vote, moving forward. We must do everything to ensure, that what it is. So wait to also see. I think the candidates, the way you put it, they are going around, but then it appears the messages are they are repeating themselves over and over again. They go to all the places, it's the same thing, They are saying so that
they dance into the arena. They take turns to speak.
And
then they dance out.
And then you see them also. Any little thing, they jump at it. Instead of discussing issues, as it goes. And I think as we count down to the elections, we need to get their eyes on the ball. We need to be asking the questions as as it were, not just in the media. And that's why some of us, I will keep saying it, Amechi, these states they are going to, those leaders, and that's why when they talk of structure, you also need to look at it. Because they are going to, the presidential candidates, for instance, are going to the state capitals. They expect that the governorship candidates, when they go to the local government, they will take their message. And then in the local government, the governorship candidate expects that the House of Assembly or House of Rep members or senators, when they are going to the wards, will take their messages, as it were. But what message would they be taking when these guys just come and dance and say general statement and go? There should be demand. You should be telling, in my own state, if you come to my local government or to my ward or to my house to campaign to me, you should be able to tell me, okay, for this problem that is affecting us, this is what candidate A, B, C have promised that they are going to deal with. And I think that is missing, in all of this. I was hoping that the town halls will continue. The Labour Party presidential candidate has continued in that. Anywhere he goes, you see him hold the town hall before the rally. And perhaps we're not, that is not part of the media coverage, but obviously people will extract, or you will have to make some specific problem. But we need that, moving forward.
Okay, Abulu, as an ambassador of inclusivity in our elections, we'll hold you to task. Starting from tomorrow, we'll ask you every day, have you collected your PVC? You owe it as a duty to Nigerians. You have to live by example. You have to collect the PVC to tell the others that you can also do it. So I will be asking you every day. Shalaja Simi, the president was in Kano yesterday. The initial scheduled visit was punctured with a statement by Kano State Governor Ganduje, warning the president not to come because the people he cannot guarantee his security, as he put it, based on, of course, the issue of the Naira swap, that the people needed time, rural folks that use cash and all that. The president, through the central bank governor, extended by 1 week. The president visited yesterday, commissioned projects, but there were reports that his convoy was stolen.
We're seeing some visuals about some, young people stoning the president's convoy. While I will disagree with those who resort to violence to express their dissatisfaction,
no matter the provocation,
exactly, with any issue about governance, you have your PVCs. Just wait for a few more days, and you go to the polling unit and vote against the president's party if you're not satisfied in Kano, which is one of the states that has regularly churned out huge votes for him. So if people are dissatisfied, we know the reasons why. The standard of living in the country has dropped. People are managing to survive, but there's hope at the end of the tunnel. There's light, if I would say. So those who are dissatisfied, just wait a few more, like they say in Nigeria.
Express your anger on the polling booth. Grab your PVC with anger. Go and sleep there. We have few days to go. Go to the polling booth. In Ghana, they sleep over there. Yes, in Ghana, during one of the elections I covered.
Some places in Nigeria.
Yes, you sleep over and you vote. You wait to defend your vote. That's the best way to express your anger.
So we'll tell you there, just cool down. It will be a few more days. You will get there, you will cast your ballot for whichever political party you think you need to support.
In Europe, they pelt their political leaders when they agree with tomatoes and rotten eggs.
No, they pay for it.
Yes.
People are arrested.
Tomatoes and rotten eggs.
If you do such, you'll be arrested.
Goodluck Jonathan was fearful when he was going back to Otuk after his tenure that he may be stoned. That's what he said. So he was expecting his people to stone him. But perhaps they didn't get up to that. He believed he didn't do much for them based on their expectation and his own standing. They didn't stone him. But I think one APC chieftain, just before the 2015 election, said, stone us if we fail you.
Well, he used the collective pronoun.
Who was that?
I can't remember who, but I think it's somebody from the north, if I remember. So, but he's using a collective pronoun. I think he should single himself out and say, stone me if I don't do so and so. So back to the issue.
But even at that, we shouldn't use stones.
No, you don't even have a right to assault anybody. If you assault people who are elected, you will pay for it. The GBH, grievous bodily harm or bodily harm that you caused. The guy who slapped Macron, I think he got about 4 years in jail. The guy who threw eggs at Prince Charles, his prosecution is
so that is a system where you can pick people, like the incident that happened in the US. The policemen that killed this Kyrie. The police men were carrying body cams, and you asked the camera that picked it. Shola, that is a society and where it's organized, where you can pick a spectator in a football match and say this guy threw something into the pitch, and you arrest the person. The boys that were throwing stones at the president's helicopter yesterday, how many can you pick? How many can you
Okay,
arrest?
it was Prince Tony Mama, I think from Edo State.
State.
Prince Tony Mama that said in 2015, stone us if we fail.
My point is just basically this. No citizen has a right to attack, either physically or with any object, a publicly elected official. You do not have that
Absolutely.
right. So we must
De-emphasize.
and promote, peaceful protest. You can write petitions, you can tell them to their faces, and even if you tell them certain things that are, that don't sound well, they can take you to court. The state can take you to court. So we must promote sanity in our political system. I mentioned quickly on the issue of, I just wanted to quickly just tell us that the media has actually been covering the town halls. I need to tell us that the town halls are being covered. It's not only the razzmatazz in the stadium.
I'm talking of the live coverage. You don't see them live the way we see
Okay,
the
well,
rallies.
maybe they want them to pay for it and all that. So the issue around campaigns, we are accusing the current crop of politicians that they are doing the thing at the state capitol and also taking it now to and asking probably those who are down the line to take it to the various areas. It's two-pronged, Amechi, politically. And we're not as sophisticated as we think we are. But I go back a little. As a young boy, I remember these politicians not staying. I remember Awolowo. Awolowo won't stay in Abeokuta. Any state he goes, even when he traveled to the northern part of the country, you go to Kaduna, you go to Zaria, you go to Kafancha. Those who lived in the north, probably they saw the northern political elite doing. I'm just trying to remember. But, the US, you see a president, someone seeking election, staying at the tarmac of an airport in a state and doing his rally, getting back into the plane and heading back to Washington. So it's two-pronged. We need not, we need not knock them. We are the people in the media who need to now ask the right questions and take the messages they gave or they did not give to the people.
But
to
I
make
thought
the
they
job.
have up to 7 months to campaign.
Yes.
So if they had drawn up a program to visit East Senatorial Zone, they could have achieved that in good time.
This issue of gathering people rally started in 1998, 1999.
Okay.
In 1993, you didn't have politicians gathering people in the stadium to brief them.
No, you are wrong.
Very lost.
What's campaign without rally?
rally?
Yes, Abdul, you're giving yourself away. Let's hear from you. Let's share some of the emails you sent to our platform.
Good morning and welcome to the Mail